Hello, this is Chelsea Joy, and this will be your 25-minute mandala tree yin sequence for today. So we're going to get started. Just make sure that you have your pillows close by or a bolster. And we're going to get started on our bum. And we're just going to bring the pillows underneath our feet to start. So we're just going to make sure that we have a really comfortable position first of all. So just removing the cushions side to side a few times, just making sure your sit bones feel nice and firm and stable on the mat so you don't feel awkward or too wobbly. So we want to place our feet into this lovely butterfly position on top of the bolster. Now when we're here, you just want to make sure that if you're situated just like this, you feel as though you're quite stable, so you don't feel wonky. It doesn't feel awkward on your hips. It feels quite square in your hips. So we're just going to start by bringing our hands to our feet, if that feels comfortable for you, or else you can just bring them to the tops of your calves. But I'm just going to embrace my feet here and just gently, not too crazy, we're going to bring our torso closer to our feet. Now we're going to start with 3 big breaths in here, deep into the belly. So we're going to expand the belly outward as we breathe in. And slowly, all the way out. Make this as slow and controlled as possible. Deep breath in. Once more, massive breath in, and this time pausing at the top. And slowly, all the way out. It's always with the breath that we can find ourselves being able to come into our bodies and easing any tension or anxiety. So with that being said, we're just going to simply drape over, and please don't force this too much because we have this elevation of our legs here. This should feel a little more intense than a typical butterfly. We're just going to ease into this and just allow your head to drop down completely. Just allow your breathing to come to normal. Slow, easy inhales. And gentle exhales. And as you're here, just imagine that you're creating some space in your lower back. So hinging from the hips toward your feet. And if it feels too strenuous on the back of your neck, feel free to grab another pillow and put that on top of your feet to rest your head. Else just allow your head to relax. And you might start slowly realizing that your torso is draping even more over your feet, over your legs. So just go with that and just allow yourself to marinate downward. Allow your whole body to just melt. And if you feel at this point that you're holding tension in your forehead, maybe we're creasing our forehead a little or furrowing our brow, just invite you to relax that completely. Almost imagine there's a beautiful piece of silk that's draping over your forehead and allowing that tension in your brow to melt away and soften. And any of the tension you might feel between your eyes, around your eyes and the outsides, allow that to melt away as well. Also in your cheeks and your jaw, maybe there's some tension there, maybe there's some clenching. And I just invite you at this time to just relax that. Just imagine again that beautiful piece of silk just draping over your face and softening all the little muscles, softening the skin, softening the tension, and releasing the stress. Imagine that your lips are softening and maybe your mouth gently opens. Allowing your entire face to just relax. And running down your neck. If you feel a tension in your neck, I just invite you to let that go again. Just to relax, know you're safe. And finally, in this posture, let's put focus onto the tops of our shoulders. And then running down the blades. And just imagine that those are completely relaxing, softening. Imagine that piece of silk is draping over your shoulders and running down your shoulder blades. And imagine that's just softening your whole back. It's just creating a beautiful, beautiful feeling of ease and softening. And at this point, I invite you to take your elbows and bring your elbows just to your knees, to the insides of your knees here. And just very, very gently, nothing too crazy. You can hold on to the outsides of your calves, but you want to put that slight pressure on your knees. So it's just encouraging a gentle opening in your legs. Now feel free to bring your feet a little closer to you as well on the pillow. And again, just press down on your knees. Just really gently. And when you have that press, we're going to again soften the head. So you're using just a gentle bicep strength to press the knees down. Try to bring the shoulders down as well. So instead of bringing the shoulders up to the ears, using your shoulder strength, let's use our bicep strength and also pull the shoulders downward at the same time. And a big breath in here. All the way out. And we'll take one more big breath and just sigh it out. All the way out. Beautiful. And slowly, slowly, bringing the torso all the way back up to center. And we're just going to remove the pillows, just make sure they're close by. And let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the right leg out, completely out in front of us. Again, make sure that you have that stable base. So we're going to just rock back and forth a couple times. As we bring the left foot in, so we're bending the left knee, bringing that left foot in. And we want to bring that left foot in as close as we can to our bum. You don't want to really force it, but just bring it in to where you feel nice and stable. And then, so there's some alternatives here. So either you can simply bring the left arm and just bring that left hand and circle it around your left foot here, and then twist over to your right, or you can do the full bind if you'd like. So you can bring your right hand backward, back behind you I should say, and just grab your fingers behind you so that your fingers are also almost making this kind of grabbing motion behind you. So see how that feels? Now if it feels uncomfortable, you don't have to force it, but just see how you go. So we're just going to, if you're in the full bind, we're going to try to bring our torso up, just growing it up like a tree a little bit, and just twisting over to the right. And we're going to take 2 big breaths here. Big breath in. All the way out. Feels so nice to take a big breath when we twist. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Beautiful. We're just going to stay here, so no matter where you are, even if you're in the half twist, say, if you're in the half twist, you're just going to twist around. So you can use your right hand behind your right glute to encourage you to twist over. So just see how that feels here. And we're going to take just 3 more breaths here. Big breath in, into the belly. Slow breath out. And when you're ready, slowly releasing the bind wherever you're at and bringing both legs out in front of you and just wiggling out your legs a couple times. Feel free to grab onto your feet as well and just wiggle your legs. Beautiful. And then we can just do a couple rolls with the shoulders as well. So it's a really gentle shoulder opener as well, and ideally a heart opener. So we're going to do the same on the other side, so just bringing the left leg out straight, bringing the right leg in. Now this is one of those poses where we can definitely feel very different on one side than the other. I know for me, I feel so different. I know that on this side, I always feel less open. So you might, on this side, need to just do the half twist, whereas you needed to do the full twist before, or vice versa. So see how you go. So in any case, bringing that right foot up, just embracing that right hand around the right ankle, and you can place the left hand behind you and just do a simple twist onto my mat here. Or you can take the full bind. So see how you go. So yeah, for me it's definitely not quite as easy on this side, and that's completely fine. So we're going to take a big breath in here, huge breath into the belly, slow breath out, and when you breathe out, try to twist a little bit more over to your left. And just settling in for a moment. A couple more big breaths in, expanding the belly outward, and remembering on these twists, always allowing your belly to just hang and don't hold on to anything. And slowly releasing the hands, very slowly, wiggling the fingers. All right, and just wiggling the feet back and forth. Beautiful. All right, I'll come over here actually. So what we're gonna do now is just bringing the feet out all the way out in front. And we're going to, again, we won't do the same pose, but something a little similar. We're gonna bring the right foot out on the outside of our left knee here. And then just, again, make sure you have a stable base. That's the number one important thing. So if that means removing the cushions and rocking back and forth and just making sure you feel really nice and firm. You know, when I say nice and firm, it means we could almost stay here just, you know, sitting like this for 5 minutes, you know, just so making sure you feel very stable. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring both arms all the way up to the sky, breathing in, growing nice and tall. And then on the exhale, just bending that left arm, bring the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. And we're going to twist all the way around in half Lord of the Fishes. I don't know why they call it that, but there we go. You want to make sure that that right shoulder is opened all the way outward. And just allowing, if you want, that left arm to relax. Making sure that the belly is not holding on to tension, you're not holding on here. You're just releasing completely. And try to make sure, I was guilty of this just now, just make sure you're not sinking in. Try to allow your torso to grow nice and tall, like a tree. Feel free to close down the eyes. Remembering on the exhales, we can always allow and encourage ourselves to go a little bit deeper into the twist. Slowly easing all the way out and back to center. Just for a moment, recalibrating. If you'd like, grabbing onto your feet and just walking your feet a little bit, walking your legs out. All right, and doing the same on the other side. So just bringing the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Again, making sure that you feel stable, nice and stable and solid. Arms all the way up to the sky, breathing in. And exhaling that right elbow all the way down to the outside of the left knee, and twisting really, really gently, and making sure again that that left shoulder isn't collapsing in, making sure that our torso is nice and tall. Three big breaths here into the belly. And on your next exhale, just twisting a little bit deeper. Slowly, slowly coming all the way back to center. Very gently bringing both legs out all the way in front of you, and just grabbing onto your feet or your ankles and simply pulling your torso closer to your feet just for a few breaths. Big breath into the belly. Slow breath out. And all the way back up. Now we're just going to come onto our backs here. So yes, so what we're going to do is we'll come all the way down. And we're just going to cross our left leg over our right leg. Make sure it's crossed as much as possible, so you don't want any space between the legs. And just really gently, we're going to bring that right leg all the way over. Now try to get your right leg to touch all the way to the ground. So this is like a twisted roots position. And so we're just going to bring this all the way down and make sure your legs are nice and twisty. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring that left shoulder as well all the way down to the ground. So this is ensuring that we're in the maximum twist that we can get in. Again, not forcing it, but just ensuring that we have that correct alignment here. So if you find that your left shoulder is really far off the ground, then I'd encourage you to bring your knee up a little bit more and then bring the shoulders to the ground. But just play with it a little bit and see what feels right for you. Now, if you have the wall right next to you, like I have the couch right next to me, then you can guide yourself by pressing onto the wall or the couch and just gently allowing that to be of assistance to you. Allowing that to bring you into the twist a little bit more. Let's look over, all the way over our left shoulder. Turning our head completely over to the left, making this a full body twist. We're going to breathe into this yet again. So taking a big breath in, expanding the belly, all the way out. And when you're ready, just allowing yourself just to melt into this. Seeing how much you can bring your body into that ease within this twist. Slowly now bringing both legs all the way back up to center. And just really gently windshield wipering both legs side to side. Really gently just to recalibrate. And then we're going to do the same on the other side now. So bringing the right leg all the way over, making sure that it's really, really tight against there. So you don't want any gaps. And then bringing both of those legs over to the left, making sure that the right knee is against the ground to start. And then just making sure that the right shoulder is all the way onto the ground. And again, if it's not, bringing the shoulder to the ground and bringing the legs up a little bit. Now we're going to turn the head all the way over the right shoulder. Just seeing how that feels. And let's take 3 big breaths here into the belly. Huge breath and letting it go. Just allowing your body to come into that softness, allowing to soften into that twist. Let's take one more big breath into the belly. And slow breath out. All the way out. Slowly, slowly bring both legs back to center. And just hugging the legs in, hugging the knees in. And just rocking side to side a couple times. And if you'd like, you can bring your knees into your armpits a little bit. Into a kind of a gentle, happy baby. Nothing too crazy. It's really good for the digestive system as well to bring the legs in and up against so that the tops of your thighs are against your tummy if you ever have digestive problems. In saying that, we're going to bring ourselves over to the right, all the way over. And just taking one big breath here on your side. Big breath in and all the way out. Beautiful. And slowly, slowly coming all the way back up. All the way up. All right. And just sitting cross-legged with both hands on your knees. And just allowing, so pressing your hands against your knees and allowing your back to arch just a little bit. So it's straightening and arching, and just bring your shoulders down. So you want to imagine that your shoulders are pulling down towards the ground. Let's take one big breath into the belly. Huge breath in. Flush it out. Beautiful and relaxing. Hands relaxing everything. Now bringing the hands to prayer. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.